Okay, welcome back to game 2. Game 1 was pretty good, at least for us. Let's see if we can have a repeat game 2. Gonna put Elixir out. If he destroys it, he destroys it. I'm not that worried about it right now. It'll just be one less spell to target my land or something. So our opponent definitely has lands this time. I don't know if they didn't have lands last time or they were just playing the deck like that, but they're definitely playing a different game right now. And ramping. Fortunately for us, we do not have an opening hand remand this time. So we cannot stop anything they're about to do right now. One of the cons of being on the draw is exactly this, because if I was on the play, I'd be able to spell crumple right now. So green sends in for 3. Wood elves maybe. Okay, interesting. And I'm actually going to do something random here, and it's because I can't protect this, I'm just going to put it back into my library for 5 life. That said, I cannot protect it right now. And since our opponent has 4 mana, we're going to keep our spell crumple, put our commander out, and pass the turn. If that was Wood Elf that he went to 5 mana, potential 6 on his turn, I would have not played my commander, so I could spell crumple their commander, but that wasn't the case, so. Okay, tutor time. Pitch and Runescarred Demon. You know this is going to be reanimated. There's no way it's not going to be reanimated. I think our opponent's deck's going to work this time, and having this many lands is not going to help us. Okay, so no reanimation this turn. Seems good enough for me. I was wrong. Reanimation this turn. I thought they were going to play the elf they tutored for. So this is just not a good position to be in. A 7/7 flyer is just brutal right now. We have nothing in hand that can deal with it. I mean, nothing. And of course we draw another land. I think we have to just pass the turn. Our opponent saying they want to top deck of planes. I think we're taking 7, maybe 9 here. We're definitely not blocking it right now. I don't think we should. Yeah, we're at 45. We can definitely take it at least 2-3 times. No, I'm not going to be countering that. If it was the other elf, the Oracle, I would have definitely countered that one. Okay, so fact or fiction? If our opponent casts their commander, we counter it. If they don't, we fact or fiction. See if we can draw an answer to wipe the board. We're taking 7. At least. That much we know already. As I said, we can take it maybe one more time. Yeah, we'll let that resolve so we can factor fiction. Let's see what we have coming. More lands. So we're probably taking Cyclonic Rift, and our opponent knows we're probably taking Cyclonic Rift. Because that's one of the big answers that we were actually looking for. If they, however, put Cyclonic Rift in one pile and the rest in another pile, then we're probably not taking Cyclonic Rift. Looks like our opponent's really thinking about this one. Oh, this is actually surprising. I'm definitely taking the pile of Cyclonic Rift. I mean, that's the card I was looking to get in the first place. Okay, so I have a few options here now. Is I can equip sword and swing, but I think that feeds into my opponent's deck a lot. So I'm gonna swing for 2 first. Two, 4, 6, 8 cards in hand. Yeah, this is fine. I think this is fine. So we just tutor 6 or greater. So we can either get Cage Sun or Worm Coil. The thing here is swords just straight up kills Worm Coil. I think we take Cage Sun. And I think we also put swords out. Either swords or this, I think we put the sword out. And again, here, best case scenario is our opponent plays their commander. The Cyclonic Rift does a lot if that happens. We can absolutely take at least one more attack from Runescarred Demon and be okay. Okay. Well, our shields are down. Our opponent can see we're tapped out. Unless he thinks I run Force of Will, which I do not. So I told you guys there's maybe 4 counters in this deck. So now our life total is at the point where we don't really want to be taking this any more times. And barring a discard spell, we're going to be casting Cyclonic Rift. We know our opponent has swords in hand. They just drew Soul Ring and Birds of Paradise. Okay, sure. A lot of men on our opponent's side of the field. I feel like we can take another 7. I think we should. Can't get greedy here though. I want to play Cage Sun, but I think I can't safely do that this turn. I want to be able to Cyclonic Rift on their turn 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, do I Cyclonic Rift here on upkeep? I think I do. Good. Yeah, I didn't mind. Actually wanted him to tap lands. I think he realized it and chose to not do that. But that's what I wanted. I wanted mana tapped and then everything bounced. Okay, so Commander or Runescar Demon. I could be way off and he'll play a bunch of small creatures instead, but Oracle's a good play. You get a couple lands into play that way, I guess, if you have them. Birds is a blocker. It's also important to remember that Shieldred is in our opponent's deck as well, so we might want to keep to 2 creatures if we can help it. Okay, so time to discard some cards. Let's see what goes to the graveyard. Dead card. Swords is kind of useless right now, but if I ever try to equip, Swords becomes not useless very quickly. Okay, so 1, 2. I'm planning to do Cage Sun here. 4, 5, 6, or 1. I want to ponder as well. I think I'm gonna wait on ponder. And I'm just gonna swing for 6 here. And pass the turn. I wanted to ponder there, but I wanted to land Cage Sun more than I wanted to ponder, is what that worked out to. And either play I made, I wanted to have mana for Spell Crumple. So I could have Cage Sun and Ponder, but I wouldn't have enough mana for Spell Crumple. And I definitely want that available. If he plays Runes card, I think I counter it. This I'm going to let resolve. I know it's a tutor that gets any creature, but I can't just randomly counter this and then he reanimates something like Yosei. I have no problem with these small creatures resolving at all. 0 issue. Saving this for stuff that I deem a bit more relevant. I do deem her a bit more relevant because she blocks my commander and she kills stuff. Surprised he didn't attack for 2 there, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so we're gonna ponder right away, and we have 1 blue float in. These are just bad cards. I definitely want to shuffle. I'll draw blind for sure. Caster on Dynamo. Cast Phantasmal Dragon. Let's see if we can draw the swords out of his hand. And we're gonna swing for 9. Yeah, seems fine. Again, this plays into their deck, but I'm willing to do it at this point. I just want to get that damage in. And I'm gonna pass the turn. We got rid of a Wrath and other stuff that's not relevant, so I'm happy about that. Unfortunately, that means they're not going to be drawing those irrelevant cards. What does this Fairy do again? Okay. The target is Yosei. I really can't do anything about that, so it's clearly going to resolve. And Yosei dying sucks for me right now, definitely. Hopefully he can kill Yosei this turn. Where is the time at? Okay, 11 minutes and 17 minutes. Cool. We definitely have enough time for one of us to die. Yeah, that would be a bad attack. If you attack, I'm definitely blocking here, because that says to me that you're probably going to cast Damnation or something. I have no reason not to block. First strike, that means Valor is in the graveyard, yep. Okay, that's actually the kind of thing that we want to see there. Gonna cast a fairy. And we're gonna cast that. So our hand's completely empty. We're just gonna be going ham on this attack. Oh, Yosei, you are so big. I think Yosei's definitely blocking something. If it's our commander, then that's not too bad, I guess. I'm just gonna swing with all the things. We can recast our commander pretty easily right now. Okay, so not blocking our commander. Doesn't want to get milled. Looking to trade here. Do it like this. Alright, first strike. Completely forgot about first strike. But that might actually work out for us in a way. Completely forgot about first strike, guys. And I mean completely forgot about first strike. That was bad. I was wondering why he was doing blocks like that. And that's why. First strike apparently is very relevant. So this is one of those turns where if he's got it, he's got it. I'm actually very glad I attacked with everything. Otherwise, that would have been a complete blowout with first strike. Sanguinates the next card. Is this just game on board? I think so. Doesn't have enough to do it once more, but 7, 8, 15, 19, 24, 27, 32. Yeah, that's, I'm just dead here. He's going to try and overrun a second time? No, it doesn't. Yeah. Huh. No, this is actually very interesting. Let's see what he's doing here. Okay, so now it's 21, 29. Okay, I'm still dead. But this was unnecessary. I was already dead with these creatures being able to attack me. But I'm still dead on board here. Except trample. So there's no point blocking, but why not? So that was a good game. Got them down to 6. Let's jump right back in there. Oh, unfortunately, our opponents gotta go. Said I should add them, so I'll do that. This won't be a best of 3. This will just be a 1-1, I guess. Thanks for watching, guys.